the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP, take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they kept us from saying. Now we talking and they better be scared. Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. Fuck the CCP.
Communism sucks, hard for me to give a fuck. Try to tell them and they try to keep it on the hush. Middle finger up, turn into a fist. They wanna keep the poor so they never rich. If you wanna see the future, look into the past. Been a century of silence, we gon' take it back. I'm just stating facts, tell you how it is. Ain't no way to change shit if we don't resist.
Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. Fuck the CCP.
这是你我维护正义的必须，这是你我维护正义的必须。Take down CCP. Take down the CCP.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Jane. Hello, Fred. How are you guys?
Hello,
Well.
Fei Fei.
Hi, Fei Fei.
Hi, we are back. So sorry. So I haven't made this kind of disruption. So for a lot of times. 各位战友好，这个我们很久没有碰到这样的这个断播事件了。不知道，就我们现在也不能全部怪在这个共产党身上，但是 maybe 也可能是我们这个技术不佳。今天这个我们非常非常的高兴，是这个就是很多的我们美国当地的这个支持者参与到我们的这个Take Down the CCP Free Mouth Squad 的活动当中。这个 Jane let you give the microphone.
Okay. The gentleman stand by me is Fred. We call him Fred.
Yes, my name is Fred Sajadi, and I've been living in the United States for 48 years. And as I grew this area, I grew up with Chinese Americans in my community, and I'm very aware of the CCP's infiltration into our sovereign nation. And for this wonderful day today, as we memorize the victims and our veterans that built this country, that provided us independence and sovereignty, to show that no country, including CCP, should infringe on our liberty to infiltrate our government and to have victims such as Mr. Kuo's to come here and infiltrate in our systems through DOJ, SEC, a law system, so they can be the means to their ends. And that has to be stopped, not only for the Chinese Americans, but for every American citizens, for every children, sons, daughters, and kins of the veterans who've lost their lives to fight for this country, to make this beautiful place for us and for everybody. And that's why I'm here.
那行 菲菲还有全球的战友，我想稍微介绍一下啊，就是说我们刚才呢断播了一下菲菲的频道之前呢我们有very short live stream 呢，是有一帮美国的孩子在我们报二代季豪的带领下呢，已经拿到 Free Mouse 锅的这个传单穿了 Free Mouse 锅的 T-shirt， 已经现在 walk around to Washington D.C. join 这个Memorial Day Parade。我不知道另外一个镜头能不能看到他们所以刚才他们已经走了那现在呢，在我旁边的呢就是 Fred， 他刚才已经说了，他在美国已经住了40多年，而且呢 Fred 呢是一个lawyer 律师，对他研究了郭先生的所有的案子我们那个案子的book case 呢他都已经看了，所以他对这件事情的理解呢非常深刻。他的儿子还有我们报二代还有他们的美国同学都已经组织了一个团队。那我们现在呢菲菲，你看到菲菲的GETTR上你也看到这些孩子呢在油管上有专门的频道，就讲CCP 怎么对吧渗透美国的司法系统、媒体，还有他们正在阴谋的，比如说气球他们做了很多短小的视频，他们是不光在网上动手指头行动，而且呢实际现在正在 Washington D.C. 做宣传这就是今天早上可能大家要看之前段的那个小片段这就是现在发生的事情菲菲back to you。我们看另外一个频道可以看到了他们是不是就在那个走在那 Washington D.C. 那个街上谢谢。
I'm free, Mr. Miles Kuo.
Okay, free Miles Kuo.
Yes.
他们刚才就喊的 free Miles Kuo, take down CCP 走的，对吧？
Do them both at the same time.
Yes.
Take down CCP, free Miles Kuo. Better than that, make CCP not to infiltrate our government here. We need to address this with Congress. Our congressman needs to hear about this. The whole American public needs to hear about this. Without the American public, this will be a very hard thing to achieve. And that's what I'm here for, to do my part as an Iranian American and amongst my Chinese American friends.
Thank you, sir. Oh, it's a good day in Capitol Hill. So, 我们今天是看到了，是说有很多的，大概20几个吧，我们的这个年轻的小孩加入到了我们的这个这次这个直播当中，然后宣传要消灭中国共产党和这个就是Free Mouse 锅，就是为郭先生主持正义的这个活动当中，其实我们今天主要就是2个主旨，让更多的美国人知道说，这个中国共产党对于我们这个国家是有巨大的伤害，而且这种伤害已经变成实质性的，是方方面面的侵入到了我们的这个国家当中。另外一件事情是说，我们现在有这个非常非常必须的理由要这个Free Mouse 锅解救郭文贵先生，让他获得自由，因为他是可以让我们就是用最低的成本、最少的代价来结束共产党的一个人。So, Fred, I just told my Chinese audience saying that we need to let our American people know that the Chinese Communist Party is hurting our country in every part, and we need to take down the CCP right now, immediately. And also, we need to try to free Mao Zedong, provide the justice to him right now, because he's the person that he can use his power, use his connection, use his the credit to just like take down the CCP within the minimum cost. Probably we don't want to start a war, just taking down the CCP. So by grouping the Chinese people, so inside China, to take down just several family of the top Chinese Communist Party. Yes. And my question is, are you afraid? You know, so I was just here, just watched the hearing of the recent weaponization of our federal government, and it says that, so we are talking about the weaponization of our federal government. They are telling they're targeting our American patriot, right? So, and I believe behind these weaponization of the federal government, weaponization of the DOJ and the SEC and the FBI are the black hands of the Chinese government, the CCP, and their dirty money. So, and the normal American people become the target of them. Are you afraid? Because you are stepping out today and
yes. So being afraid is a natural human thing, okay? But the question becomes whether I'm brave enough to face my fears. And that is yes. This cause is good enough for every man to overcome his fear, to challenge CCP. Fear should not be a factor, even it plays as a human instinct, but we need to be brave. And to take out CCP, the communist China, it's just going to take more than just the Chinese American. It's going to take the American people, the whole nation, and more than that. Now, I'm not a bar attorney. I have my Juris Doctorate, been doing a lot of years in corporate, and I haven't read everything in the case. I have read some of it, but in my opinion, a lot of those facts, a lot of those evidence are extremely questionable. I'm not here to make a judgment, but what we need is the voice of the American people to ask our government to look into this. It is that serious, because infringing, penetrating our constitutional rights and our government system will defeat whatever these people have died for here on this Memorial Day. These people died today, Ms. Feifei, to protect people like Ms. Kuo, to have freedom, to protect this nation from communist countries like China. And here we are seeing a major movement, and the American people, as well as the American Chinese people, and anybody else who's a U.S. citizen or U.S. citizen needs to step forward and be outspoken about this. And I'm one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
More a little bit, yeah. Okay. OK， 那我就非常简单的翻译一下啊，因为我对Fred 了解呢，菲菲，我想介绍一下啊。那 Fred 呢，其实是跟我们一个战友Jack， 他们是好朋友。他们呢就是一个说中文，一个说英文，还真的是没有沟通。So you and Jack only communicated through the translate machine, right? The little one.
For the last 8 years.
8 years, yeah. OK， 当时我们在马大抗议的时候呢，因为也涉及到对吧一些法律上的事情，所以我们当时呢就找了 Fred。Fred 当时不知道我们的就是说 organization， you don't know New Federal State of China when the first time I talked to you, right?
Yes, it's new to me, and I've looked into it. I have read all the documentaries, and it's on a great path. But in order to make that more robust, we need to let the American public know. We need to let our government know. We need to have people look into these entities, these government tribunals like DOJ, SEC, and see what's going on. I'm very, very concerned, especially about Mr. Mao Kuo, especially through all the things he's been in China, tortured, his brother executed, coming to this country, and then being infiltrated by our government to take him down. There's more scrutiny and more questions to be answered here from our congressmen and our politicians.
Okay, thank you. I'm just like, introduce, say the story, since the beginning we met and how you actually don't know New Federal State of China. OK， 是这样的，他当时呢确实是不知道我们新中国联邦爆料革命，但是有些时候菲菲就像郭先生一直说的，有些人你是叫不醒的。那 Fred 呢，我们当时跟他说，我们的新中国联邦是要消灭中国共产党。哇，他当时就突然就是特别激动，因为他是伊朗 移民过来，他很小时就来美国了，然后他就没有回过伊朗，他让他家人也都不要回去，因为他知道伊朗这种独裁的国家是不会改变的，所以他就是对我们的情况呢就非常的了解。然后呢，我们当时在马大抗议呢，涉及到一些法律的信息呢，我们也咨询了他然后所以呢，然后呢，给他呢也研究了我们的郭先生的这个70多个法律阐述案，然后他们也在之后呢，跟马大的就是说抗议还有交涉中呢，他也帮助了我们很多指导，我们也跟马大的这个法律部门去讨论，我们现在不是已经跟马大有那个法律诉讼了吗？那很快应该就要开庭了所以这个 Fred 呢，从到现在，可能也就是4、5个月的时间吧，就是说，了解我们爆料革命。那现在 Fred 他的孩子，还有我们 Jack 的孩子，2代，还有他们的朋友，几十个小朋友，现在已经全身心的在暑假中投入了我们的爆料革命的宣传。那么今天呢，就是说，抱歉大家没有看到，因为菲菲的频道被 cut off 了。他们在我们镜头前已经讲了他们的感受，他们已经在 Washington DC 了到处他们的身影了。菲菲 back to you 你看另外一个镜头，他们就在那里
Yeah. We cut the screen to them. Yes, we just cut the screen to them. So they're doing great job. Yeah. 其实战友们我真的是就是说。此时此刻看到这些孩子们我是看到了，就是我们不管是美籍华裔也好，还是在美国的这个中国人也好，还有我们的美国人，他们这个消灭中国共产党的决心，因为他们把他们的孩子贡献出来了，因为他们让自己的孩子和自己一起都经历在了这个中国共产党的这种威胁之下，因为他们知道说现在如果不消灭中国共产党的话，没有人是安全的。我们现在消灭共产党也是为了要保护这个孩子的未来。So Fred, I was just saying that. So when I saw these kids, so seeing these kids walking on the street to just promote taking down the CCP and the Free Mouth School, so I know the determination of all the here. Together, the Chinese Americans and all these just like the local Americans, their determination to take down the CCP because they're our kids and we put them in danger. Just let them straight face to the threat of the Chinese Communist Party. So that's I think that's because everybody know that we have to take down the CCP. That's the only way to keep our kids safe. Yes.
Absolutely. And these young kids that you've seen here today, they grew up with me. They grew up in my neighborhood. And I truly believe they are doing it because they know it's real. It's not something that they're trying to do for fun. It has a meaning to them because it's our future. And it's the future of kids like Mr. Guo's kids and other victims in China that have come here. It is their future too. So they're not just here to have fun. These young men are here to be heard and to spread the word because they mean it.
Yes.
对，刚才 Fred 就解释了这些孩子，他们到这儿来真的是不是为了这个高兴他们是真正的 action 去告诉美国真实的情况。那Fred, I just have a quick question, you know.
Yes,
I know Ji Hao, Jack's son, you know, he has been helping us since Chinese virus speak out, you know, because when we go to DC protest, he is the one writes, you know, the flyer for us.
Yes.
But your son, and you just know it a few months ago, how Naja just like, you know, in this mood so quick, you know.
I didn't.
How you convince him, or he just like you talk, he just get it?
No, I didn't convince him.
Okay.
I let him to be free, to be liberated, to make his own thoughts, and basically after he interacted, and got no number about the NFSC. Yeah. Now he's seen the facts. As a young man, as an American, he sees concerns here. He sees issues. And, you know, he's tied in. We are all tied in Chinese community. As my neighbors, my friend, Mr. John Pinglu, is connected with the Iranian communities. Here we act as one, you know, especially to Mr. Kuo. I am really supportive of him. So is Nojan. We've seen the hearings. I've read the pre-trials, the assertions, and it just doesn't add up, not only to me, but to these young people as well. It's not something that they're being forced to, it's something that they want to do.
Wow, thank you. So you basically educated your son, and when he's young, just like gave him freedom thought. He had to make his own decision. Everything, there's consequences,
American
right?
democracy.
Well, okay, I got it.
Liberty.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. 所以菲菲你看到吧？我觉得这个环境呢，教育啊，真的是非常重要。就像Jack 的儿子季浩，还有他儿子，他真的刚刚知道我们新中国联邦爆料革命，我们的就是说是要take down CCP， 然后他就可以很自然的就接受了我们的信息，而且行动起来。我觉得真的是这个是amazing， 真的是很了不起的。抱歉啊，如果吵的话是上面这个直升机在这转呢啊。对，能看到吗？That's okay.
These kids are awesome. 在美国很难去强求这个小朋友去做一些什么事情的，别说这么大的小孩，你这10岁的小孩，你都不可能说他不愿意做的事情，你去强求他做。然后 I just told that in America it's hard to force the kids to do something they don't like to do. So 这个我看到有战友说听懂我讲的英文了，天啊！我老公说他就听得懂我讲的英文，可能太简单了。English, OK.
哇，这观众绝对不知道，你们见过菲菲本人，她的英文很棒的啊！不但教我想说一下，因为这些孩子的这些油管呢，菲菲跟小铁他们都参与了很多，亲自指导。就是说，我们可以说这个节目呢，素材很多都是菲菲和小铁他们提供的啊，所以菲菲的英文很棒的啊，你们真的不知道，她在屏幕上看不出来了，我告诉你，中英文都不如现实好，其实现实生活中中英文都很棒的。
It was really funny, Miss Jane. Okay. That helicopter were exactly pointing at us and looking at us. I was watching it.
Really? Wow.
Right there. Stood there with their cameras to us.
刚才我不知道那个 Fred 说这个直升飞机就是对着我们的，在跟我们拍照呢。
But that's not okay. We're not afraid. We are here to express ourselves, and that's what this country stands for. No helicopter, no threats should interfere with our cause. That's our right.
OK， 我再想说一下啊。刚才这帮孩子呢，这个 YouTube 节目呢，其实可以说就是在菲菲、小铁，还有我们Jack 呀，还有他的儿子啊，这个group 啊，就在短短几天的时间，就一直在出非常精彩的啊，专门对美国人还有英文世界人的这种小视频啊，真的非常非常的棒，
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's not that. Yeah.
So yeah, and our audience say that today's data was hacked. So yes, it's I see a lot of comments in the I see a lot of comments come up, but the viewers very limited. It's very abnormal than usual. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We are not looking at data. So,
it's a great day today.
And I think today I want to just using this chance to give you some brief introduction of Mao Guo. I know that you guys read a lot of things about him, and I thought you read the indictment, but so I think probably something you don't know it just as a whole picture. So I'd like to just using this chance to give everybody a brief introduction of him. So a lot of things I think it's very important to our American people. So and I also think that's the reason why he be charged and detained and without bail. So I think the first thing is that Mao Guo is the first man to tell that the COVID is the bioweapon of the CCP. And he is the first man, very first man. And so at the very beginning that he said, that's the bioweapon. And now we can see it kills millions of people in our country and destroy thousands of millions of families in our country and also our economy. And another thing is, so since 2017, Mao Guo told our government to decouple with the Chinese Communist Party. So, and he said that the supply chain will be the weapon to use to attack our country. And it happened. So during the COVID, they used their extreme lockdown policy that shut down the factory in our nation and make our price going extremely high. So, and Mao Guo is the first man to tell that the balloon, I don't know if you know the balloon, I think you know it. The balloon is the spy, you know it, right? So we talk about
everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
These are the ones just we know that the public knows. And more likely than not, there are many other more that we don't know. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, and he is the first man to tell American public saying it's not a weather balloon. No, it's not. It's Chinese spy balloon. It's their cheap weapon to start a war with American people. And it was acknowledged by the government, right? And it was admitted by the government and later proved by the Pentagon leaked documents. Is it? So, and he's the first person to say that the digital yuan, the Chinese government, the CCP gonna use the digital yuan to destroy our US dollar. And it happened, right? So the CCP now can buy the food from Brazil using yuan, and they can buy the gas and the oil from Middle East using yuan, and destroy the root of the petrodollar. Am I right?
Yes. So Ms. Feifei, it's not only the virus attack that Mr. Guo predicted, but it was also our economic future that he forecasted, and many of them, unfortunately, are coming true. Not only that, Mr. Guo has also is concerned about infiltration within our government, especially our legal system, lawyers, our tribunals, whether DOJ, SEC, and also influencing our public schools by giving them millions and millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. And what is happening is that Mr. Guo's predictions are now slowly materializing. And the American people need to wake up and really look into this deeply. And we need to ask our politicians, our congressmen that we vote for, that have an oath to protect this sovereign nation, and individuals like Mr. Guo to step up.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's more than just a virus.
Look, the truth is spread everywhere.
Yeah.
大家看的那个另外一个镜头我们现在声音还没有传出来那里我们的报二代还有这美国小朋友在那里发传单跟他们讲解。传出来了，哇！太棒了。
I'm glad to hear that.
No, I'm in semiconductor.
Oh,
I know about that.
Oh, really?
And I want him in jail.
Miles well? whoever was putting himself wrong because he was speaking out against the.
Fought for this country, for the independence. We need to support up that gentleman right there. The gentleman that is talking to Mr. Jihao. That's how we go to our goals. It's the means to our end. And our end is taking down CCP.
Americans.
And
And-
Mr. Kwok as well.
Yeah, they're part of it. They're with us. You guys don't want to be camera.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I got you. So yeah, there's the QR code down here. It can give you more. It'll lead you to our channel where it can tell you everything. So we're just trying to raise awareness for the wrongful things that the CCP is doing and how they're infiltrating the U.S.
Just want our country to be safe.
Wow.
You can see they're not shy. They're confident.
Very confident.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
I heard, you want our country to be safe. Yeah.
Exactly. We work hard in this country, Miss Feifei, even you, Miss Feifei.
yeah,
You work hard in this country. You pay your taxes. We all deserve to be free. Mr. Kwok needs to be deserved to be free.
of
He
course.
produces a lot of revenue, a lot of economics here. And
Yeah.
that freedom is for all of us. Not,
Yeah.
I understand for Mr. Kwok, but for all of us.
Yeah, and I think I'm not finished my my words. So for all what I thought that I can just organize what Mr. Guo already did to predict it to this country. So I think another thing is that Mr. Mao Guo is the first man to tell that CCP is working with our financial institution, working with the Wall Street to steal our
agree.
pension, right?
I
And am I right? And we are seeing
Yes.
our banks are crushing, right? The banks are crushing,
I agree.
and
And it's a
our
bitter truth.
yeah, and
It's concerning. Feifei.
our national fund just the first time gonna be possible to be default, right? So it's like a crazy.
Yes. So we need to embrace ourselves. We need to do our duty to let the American people, not only just American, Chinese American as well, to come up and entice or make our politicians to look into this. It has to be looked into. I don't have all the facts, Ms. Feifei. I don't know who is wrong, who is right, but from the way things are looking, I think Mr. Kuo is more right than the others right now.
Yes.
The factors are coming in against him, and there is a point here, there is a concern, and we all need to be involved. Whether you're Chinese or not, or American, this is our nation.
Yes.
And we don't want to have any
And-
communist countries around the world. It
Of
should be all
course.
democratic.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. So, and
Yeah.
I think, and I think also Mr. Mao Guo, he did a fabulous thing that just separate Chinese people with the Chinese Communist Party. And I think that
Yeah.
he exposed that Chinese Communist parties, their plan just create the hate in our nation, right? So, and they did it, and they create a lot of unstable, a lot of dangerous things in our nations, right? And break the security in our nation. Look at our just the community. A lot of communities, New York City, San Francisco, is not safe city anymore. And behind it, it's Chinese Communist Party.
Oh, one of the thing I want to brought up, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives, yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually Communist China's behind to give the money. But now, because everybody look into all the issues, especially where the money comes from, those transactions. So I guess the CCP, don't have that much enough funds, and that's why you see Black Lives Matter's foundation is kind of filed bankruptcy right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of more of those. I think black matter is just probably one of the hundreds.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
one thing I'd like to say about Mr. Kuo, right? So he is right on a lot of things, and he may be wrong on some things, which is okay. But the thing about Mr. Kuo is he overcomes his fear, and I commend him for his bravery. He was brave enough to risk his life, his family, for the well-being of Chinese people. And to me, it's commendable. And I'm not saying he's 100% right? We are all humans. But he has a point to make, and I'm with it.
Thank you.
Thank
So we be with him too, and with you. So with the
Thank you.
justice, with the democracy.
Yes.
Here is America. So we don't allow CCP to put
Absolutely.
their
And
dirty
take down
hands here.
CCP. We
Of
don't need a
course, take
communist
down
country in this
CCP.
world.
No,
Look
not
at
at
what
all.
they've done to the Muslims in China, to the Uyghurs. Look how many defects we have from Chinese here. It just doesn't make sense. And then infiltrating our nation. This is a serious matter. And on top of it all, Mr. Kuo as a victim is one of the top examples of what China is doing. And I'm so glad Mr. Kuo, not scared of losing his life or anything else, has come forward and stuck to it. Despite of his arrests, the allegations that are now in court, he's still going at it. And that's something commendable to me, at least.
Thank you. So,我大概就是翻译一下这个 Fred 讲的。Fred 就是他觉得这个就是 Fred, I just translate what you said, okay?
Yes, sir.
So,
Sure.
yeah. Hello, oh, these young kids so cute. So, 所以这个 Fred 大概意思就是说，他非常支持郭先生，然后他认为说是这个共产主义不应该在这个世界上继续这个存在下去，没有一个国家是可以变成这个共产主义国家的，更不要说在这个美国这片土地上。然后他非常这个就是支持郭先生，因为他觉得说郭先生或许不是100%对的，不是每一句话都是对的，但是大部分他是对的。更重要的是，他非常崇拜他的这种勇气，他把这个就是自己和自己家人的这个生命都压在了这个人类的这个民主的这个进程上面，然后勇敢的站了出来。他非常高兴郭先生仍然这个就是还是安全的这个活着，然后所以我们现在必须要这个解救他，然后这个把 CCP 给干掉。You're leaving, okay?
Excellent.
Yeah.
And Ms. Faye, I want to say one last thing. I want to ask my American friends, the white Americans, the black Americans, the Hispanic communities, to look at the situation we're in right now, to see what they're doing to Mr. Kuo. Mr. Kuo is just one of the treacheries of CCP. And look at CCP's infiltration in our country with the tax money we spend, with the blood we shed to make this country free. This is worth looking into. And this is just straight to my brothers and sisters in the United States.
But so it's really dangerous here. So so our normal American people has been the target of the CCP. I think you should already know from the hearing, right? The hearing held by the James Jordan, right? Am I right? So and I haven't finished the story of Mr. Mao's war. So he told these things at the beginning. The CCP start to tell him to target him, to take his fortune, and just start when he came to United States. They started over 70 cases against him using our legal system against Mr. Mao's war. So and when all these things, all these points I just mentioned become true, right? Become realized in this world. So and he was in prison. So it's ridiculous, So I think you already read about all his indictment. So the so-called fraud, right? The so-called, you should talk about it. What is the so-called fraud? Is there any fraud in this case? Okay, as an attorney.
Well, I'm not a bar attorney, right? I have my Juris Doctorate, And my professional opinion is, a person is innocent until proven guilty. So we see what the courts are saying, what are the facts are. But then again, there's a question that comes to my head, right? How do we know that our court system is not corrupt, is not being influenced by president or by Chinese? It's something much deeper. Those are all alleged. Those are not proven facts. So we just have to wait and see and support them. And the way we need to do, we not have our Congress looking into it. Politicians. We are dealing with a giant here. China is no joke. We cannot undermine our adversary. It's something that we need our government to look into it. You and I can say so much about it, Ms. Feifei, but the public needs to stand up and raise the issue at the House of the Congress, at our senators' doors, at our congressmen's doors, to see what really is going on with our justice system, with our congressional systems, and with our presidential systems. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. OK， 对，Fred basically 已经解释了美国的这个司法系统，就像他说的呢，我们怎么能够相信他们呢，对吧？我们大家也都战友们也都知道，这些律师一会儿是律师，一会儿就是律师事务所的 partner， 然后呢他又去 DOJ， 然后呢他又去做法官，又做检察官这些的Fred， 我想问，其实我有一个问题想问一下 Fred， 因为 Fred 呢就是说他是I'm gonna say something about your personal, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Fred 是真正的我们中国人说的活到老学到老的那种人。他在美国来之后呢，他第一个就是 major 呢是 engineer。他48岁的时候，他觉得我应该学一下法律，法律很重要。所以 Fred 是48岁的那一年，48岁呀。才开始到法律去学法律，所以说他觉得他去学法律的时候，当时他那些同学呀都看他觉得很怪怪的，这么大年纪的人还来学法律，对吧？然后这就是他他就是与众不同啊。然后呢，其实我想问一下他，在这种几个月时间，他在知道郭先生的案情76个阐述案，然后在研究了之后。他对他的朋友、他的律师朋友宣传的时候，他们是什么反应 ？Okay, Fred, actually, I just want a quick question. Sure. Since you know a lot about Mao Guo's case, we go protest at UMBC and at DC. Actually, here another side.
Yes.
At the beginning of this year, actually, we in front of a Supreme Court and behind the Congress, Every day we are a live stream. We are looking for dark hands, in the DOJ. So I know you talk to your friends, who work for, like a law office or do this kind of job. What their reaction when you tell them? What do you know?
Well, they go, wow. Okay.
Wow.
And from an attorney's point, and even from our professor's point of view, we need to dig in deeper.
That's what they think too?
We definitely need to dig in. We definitely do discovery. We can say as much as we want to say, but we need to dig in and get the public involved. Get it into the Congress, into our government system, and expose. Because our adversaries are formidable adversaries. We're talking about the CCP, and also we're talking about going against DOJ, SEC, and we have to do this in a political and lawful democratic manner. And the way you do this is you let the public know.
Yes.
Why in the heck CCP is doing in our DOJ, in our institutions, in our education system? I just want to know what the heck is going on. Just as an American guy, I grew up in this country. I grew up in the Smoky Mountains. I grew up in Tennessee. I grew up in the heartfelt nations. Of the soul, middle class, lower middle class, higher middle class. And this is not what is America about.
Yes.
So this is your friend's reaction, right? Go deeper, go to public.
Yes,
Wow.
It just makes sense.
Wow, that's right. Yeah.
To get this movement, remember, these are big guys we're dealing with, and we need to get big, not through money or through this whatever spending, but through the people. We need to let people know.
Wake up America.
Exactly. This is our country that we're talking about. It's just not a simple case. Mr. Kwok's case is very respectful. I think a lot of bad things have happened there, which needs to be. But then again, if we don't have the support of the government, if we have government influenced by China, our efforts going to go wasteless. So we need to reach out to the public, especially to my American friends here. We need to make this country sovereign again. We need to see what's going on with Mr. Kwok here, right? All these allegations. Let me ask you something, Ms. Feifei. Why Mr. Kwok's condominium was burnt after an hour after 150 FBI agents were there? To me, as an American citizen, is a big concern. Was it just a coincidence in a high prestige security place like the condo that Mr. Kwok has? Very unlikely for a fire to start. I mean, that's just one of the many, many incidental. I don't know whether it was caused by it or was it coincidental, but those are the things we need to look into, and those are the questions that the American public need to ask our Congress.
菲菲，你要不要解释一下这个火的事情
？Yes, I'd like to.
No,
that's okay. So I just want to just explain a little bit to our audience what you already talk about. So 刚刚这个 Fred， 我想我们现在下面很多这个中文的观众啊，就是说刚刚 Fred 说了很多，就是他主要的意思就是说，郭先生的案子必须要深挖，必须要公开。然后他和他的朋友，所有的这个他的律师界的朋友，他生活当中的朋友都觉得这件事情要深挖并且公开，他需要这个国家政府的支持。如果我们的国家政府都不能支持我们的话，我们是很难就是让这个共产党就是离开我们这个国家，或者说是就是消灭这个共产党。我们不应该让这个中国共产党继续渗透在我们的国家的这个政府里面。然后呢，他问了我一个问题，就是说是关于这个18楼着火的这个事情，所以我其实18楼着火没有仔细的跟大家聊过，那么今天正好借这个机会来来好好的说一说。Oh my God, these young kids. Oh my God. So yes, Fred. So I have been to the Shanghai, Netherlands. So Mr. Moscow introduced the whole apartment, the whole building to us because it's a very special building. It's not just a normal luxury hotel. It has its special meaning, special history, and also special feng shui in Chinese, you know. So this building is super secured. So it has the fire exit and the fire steps. And it's being cleared for every day. So it's totally, I believe it's impossible that this building caught fire. You know.
There we go.
So
That's
the case.
Yes.
That's the case. So, you know, it's also some, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but it's happened.
I don't think it is.
It's maybe several days, a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I forget. So I live in the Parkland Hotel, which on the just one street block to the Shanghai, Netherlands. That building got fired too. You know, that building got fired too.
Yes.
And a week ago, I was in Canada, Vancouver, and that building get fire alarmed too. You know, so everywhere.
And I know another one. There's one more.
One more.
One of our friends. Yes, when Mr. Jiangping went to New York, their hotel got in fire. Wasn't the same fire?
Yes, Feifei's.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very aware of that, and I actually that is freaky, Miss Feifei.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's so weird. Yeah.
It is, and the TV was misreported. You know, the TV was misreported. It says I'm the person who live in that hotel, and they say that the fire was just up to the 6th floor, but actually I was living on the 16th floor, and I was just dying in that fire. You know, it's kind of very creepy and very, very scary.
And that goes further to my point. Miss Feifei, that goes further to my point that how CCP has infiltrated our social media even now, our press, our government, our education. What are we going to do? Next, hand our flags to the Chinese? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And hand down people like Mr. Kuo to China? No, it's not going to happen.
Yes, and you know, so the Shanghai Netherlands, and I don't know if you know that some Chinese officials have been there, right? And they know the structure of the whole apartment, and they probably think that there was some secret documents was hiding there. And for last year, the 4/19, that was the first time that the VOA was just stopped the broadcasting, just interrupted the broadcasting. So by the order of the CCP, and we last year 4/19 we are holding an event, a broadcasting that in memory of that day. And Moscow told this year 4/19 he gonna release the documents of where Wang Qishan hid his money. You know where Wang Qishan, trillions of money. You know who is Wang Qishan, right? Wang Qishan.
Of course.
Yes.
I wish that Mr. Kuo doesn't wait anymore and do it right away. That needs to go out when it's appropriate.
Okay, you know why on April 19?
That's great.
That day?
Yeah, that day, yeah.
Because that is the day on 2017 when the first time Mr. Moscow is trying to, you know, expose, you know, the dark side of communist China. And that he got interview, remember, very famous interview, the 4/19 by VOA, Voice of America. But that they get cut off. And actually in 24 hour, PAG, Shang Weijian's, you know, company start lawsuit. Until today, we was 70 some plus. And he get a red notice, you know.
Well, as I said, Ms. Feifei, this is much bigger than just a handful of, you know, the great Chinese American working together. To address this kind of concern, we need to have our American people who has fought for this country, who has paid their taxes, and who care about the sovereignty of the nation to step forward and ask our government. And afraid, to your first statement, I am afraid, but for this cause, my bravery comes over my apprehension.
Thank you.
I think I said it right.
刚刚 Fred 说就是这个他觉得说现在这样的事情让他这个他害怕的，但是勇气战胜了他的恐惧，勇气战胜了恐惧。是啊，你看我们现在这些这个年轻人，我就觉得说，在美国这是一个非常不一样的地方。就是其实我觉得我们的中国人更加应该拿出自己的勇气，因为我们是最受伤害的那一群人。我们可能如果共产党继续存在，我们是最倒霉的那一群人，所以我们应该是更多的勇气站出来。美国人至少他还可以走上街头，把他的声音发出来，是不是？再如何的恐惧，至少这些美国人还可以现在安全的走在美国的街头，告诉世界说，哎，我要 take down the CCP。不过中国人呢，你现在可以走上街头吗？你甚至很快就会又面临所谓的这个就是封控隔离，所以这是一个非常非常恐怖的对中国人来说的一个事件。所以我觉得说中国人更应该拿出你的勇气。如果没有勇气，如果没有为自己的余生而奋斗，为自己的安全而奋斗的这种勇气的话，我觉得接下去的中国人将是地狱般的生活。对 ，Jane。
Yeah, Fifi actually, you know, after your talking, he's talked to the Chinese. You know, actually, Chinese people is the biggest victim of those CCP's evil, you know, behavior. You know, especially mainland and overseas too. Like us, you know, not only because we are Chinese. You know what I mean? We should stand up.
Of course.
Yeah, we have to stand up.
You guys are number one to stand up.
Yeah, because the Moscow is the number one victim, but Chinese people is the number one, you know, Moscow is the #1 enemy of a CCP.
Well,
we are the
gotta-
#1 victim.
Yeah, exactly.
Because later,
Yes.
later, the CCP's, evil, behavior gonna be affect us. The anti-Chinese probably gonna happen because those people don't care. They
Of
say,
course
we are
they don't.
Chinese. You're the one.
Exactly.
So it's just great time to stand up, everyone, for us, for our future, for the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what
and
we
I
need.
believe, yes, and I believe our great American Chinese here deserve better support here. We Americans of our nation, race, color, gender
No.
need to support this movement, and also on a bigger base. Today is a Memorial Day, and please remember, hundreds of thousands of heroes have died to make this country sovereign, make it independent, make it free. And we should not let any country like CCP, especially a communist country, to come and infiltrate our system and infringe our constitutional rights, liberty, and sovereignty.
Yes.
I think Fifi should keep going the 18 floors fire story.
I'll come
Did
there
you
with you next
finish?
time. I'll be your bodyguard.
Any frost fire. So yes, it is. So I believe so. I just talk about Wang Qishan's secret just map, right, for his money. So if Moscow was not arrested and detained this March 15, I think probably people already know about where Wang Qishan hid his money, and that's very important.
Oh my God.
Yes, it is very important to everybody here in America, So Moscow was saying that the first step we should do to anti-CCP is just to freeze their money. Freeze their money, follow their money. And I think we need to take their money to pay the cost of American people. They destroyed our people. They destroyed our families. So that's the time they're gonna pay.
Yes, and one thing I have for Mr. Kuo is next time he wants to expose something, let's not tell it to anybody. Just do it. Boom.
I need to be.
Mr. Kuo was nice. Yeah. If it's that big, he should come surprise so he won't get kind of stuff. But then again, he's a brave man, not scared.
Yes. And I think that's why they burned the 18th floor. That's 6 hours after Moscow left his apartment, right? So it's totally
exactly.
Yeah, it's impossible that he will do that. And why he do that, right? Why he do that? Burn his
come on,
apartment.
man. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, and
It's
I
so
think it's of course CCP. It's of course CCP. So I think there's no other people and no other reason because they want to just hide, just destroy the evidence. They think probably Mouse has in his apartment, right? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And in order to further Mr. Kuo's purpose is that we need to get bigger. We need to get our voice. And here's part of the voice here. Let's hear it for them. Yeah.
Come on here.
Come on here, guys.
Yay! Come on here. Tell us the story who you met, some interesting. Back to you. Okay, you're the host.
No problem.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we met some very interesting people on the streets that are actually very agreeable to our cause and understand the situation that we're trying to expose to. Even like officers of the law, we had veterans that understand the working class, such as the people in U-Hauls. There's surprisingly many people that agree with what we were trying to do here. And it's just amazing to find that in every person of any skin, race, color, gender. It's just amazing.
Yeah, lots of diverse groups, lots of good people who actually support our cause. They're willing to listen and take these flyers and actually scan the QR codes that we provide on them. It's very helpful towards what we're trying to accomplish here and make people aware of these injustices and the CCP within our nation. We don't want that.
Even surprisingly, people that know, it's always good to tell them about it. It's just amazing that there's a lot of people that don't know about these injustices the CCP has done. It's very like well hidden, but I'm glad that we're here to expose it, tell people, even people that never knew. It's just amazing.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So I have some questions. So is that more people that agree with you want to take the flyer, or more people just reject you, don't want to listen?
There are a lot of people that actually they know a little bit about what's going on, but there are also people that just want to be informed of it. So we're kind of breaking the ice for people so they can understand what's going on. But there are, of course, a lot of people who are just simply not interested, and that's perfectly fine. That's them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like at least we're here to tell them about it. If they do ever get curious, we have the flyers here. They know where we are. We have. We're right here in the Washington Monument, but it's the thought that counts, and we try, and whoever wants to hear can hear about it. We're here. We spread around this whole area. It's just we're out here exposing the truth.
And it's working.
It's working.
Oh, that's great. And my another question is that, so today the people on your flyer is the Chinese people, right? Is the Chinese people.
Yes.
So are you feel shy to talk about the Chinese people to the Native Americans about, do you think that it will be so uncomfortable for you, or you feel it's fine, or I don't know, so.
Oh, I understand what you mean. I did have some of those thoughts, but then again, the Chinese people, even back at, I'm assuming in China as well, like the CCP rules like with fear. Like most of these people, they come here and because of the CCP and their injustices done to the Chinese people. And so I feel like it's also good to go and talk to them too, just like anyone else, because they still deserve to know. But that's what I think.
So if I understand you correctly, is that you think that the Chinese Communist Party is a big threat to our country. So it is good to talk to people about every part of this evil organization. I think it's good for every American people to know about it. Am I right?
Indeed, yeah, that's true. Everyone should know about it.
I want to just, go ahead.
And the Northern talk and everyone talk, who we
So
met.
Norjan, I have a question. What made you to join this movement?
Well, I was born in America. I like our system of democracy as it is. I don't like foreign powers touching it. And I like to keep the United States, the people's independence and the sovereignty of the states in general. So Mr. Guo, I also align with what he does. He's actively trying to stop the CCP's involvement within our government, and he's trying to keep these foreign powers outside of our turf, which is something very important to all of us. All of us align with these aspects of being an American, being a patriot, and that's what we're here to do. We're trying to express that. So Luke can tell you a little more about this too.
I like what he said. No foreign policy touch it.
That's right. No foreign power.
And it's not just about us here in America. It's really for all of us. We're one race, the human race, and we want what's best for everyone.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're perfectly right. Yes, perfectly right. So as Chinese Communist Party is a threat to everyone. Every
Just
human
say what
being.
you experience for people,
Let's go, Constantine.
Yeah.
I think communism leads a false promise of prosperity, but it really encourages a bunch of bad policies which undermine the people who work for it.
We don't want that.
And Mr. Constantine, what is your nationality, sir?
Oh, I'm from Russia, and I came here about a decade ago.
To America. No?
Yeah, to America.
Orlando, you have any thoughts?
Sure. Hello. America. I'm Orlando. I'm from Virginia.
No. What's your nationality?
Oh, I'm Peruvian. I am Peruvian. And I believe that America is built on freedom, and the Communist Party invokes policies that take away the American freedom. And freedom is the most important thing that we have. And it is the main part of this country and what it was built on. Yes.
Want to get the help?
All right.
Whoa.
How you guys doing? I'm Jihao. I moved here 8 years ago from China, originally from Shanghai. we're just out here today. We're missing a couple of guys, actually. They're at the museum spawn trapping people. So hella guys in there. So they're just in the museum passing out flyers. They'll be back very soon. But we've been going down from the Capitol, as you can see back there, up in here. And there's some great turnouts. We got good people. We talked to some veterans. Even some people who look like liberals, we talked to them. They really are reciprocal to some of our information that we're saying.
Jihao, can you tell about some of the reactions you saw with the public over there?
Oh yeah, we actually had this one foreman. I believe he spoke Spanish or something. He's from France, I think. But he actually knew about the CCP's corruption in America, also in their own country. And he was talking about how Saudi Arabia and the CCP is using Confucius schools at universities all across the world, stealing technology, information, and just education, really, of the CCP spies, and then importing them back to China to use against the Western world. And yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. We're going to continue doing some more work later on. We're not stopping, really, but it's been really good so far. Yeah.
Let me Jihao, okay. Feifei, I want to ask Jihao a question. You know, Jihao is Jack's son. You know, our second, whistleblower the generation. Okay, I want to say is when the virus just come out that time, and his father, me, and some other whistleblower, our fellow fighters came to DC that time. Really, no car, no people. Here, it's empty city, Washington, D.C. At that time, and we don't know, we have a flyer and us, but Jihao is the one made up a flyer for us. At that time, you're a high school student, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know what, Fifi, really, I never have a chance to ask him. And I just want to ask why you do that time. What has come to your mind, Tell us. That is so early. I even don't know, I know the CCP made virus, but the Jihao is the one got a flyer for us that time.
Miss Jane, let me ask one question before you pass this.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of your experience about UMBC. I was involved with you but you were there. You saw what happened. Can you share that with our audience here, what really happened over there?
Well, okay, I'm going to go first. Okay. Still, UMBC, actually, we start protest because Fifi, is Sang Weijian and her daughter's there. And Sang Weijian is the one start a lawsuit, to the Mao school. And because they donate money to that school, basic UMDC, it is like CCP. You know why? Because every student, doesn't matter their nationality, they can speak some Chinese. That is the first thing. And because no one like us to go there protest, we're the first one. So the school don't know what is going on. They have no reaction. They just like, they don't know what they're gonna get the information because all the students come here, come to our live stream, tell us what they're feeling, what they think about a CCP. But Fifi, first 3 days, all the students shy, and then third day, the kids start talking to us what they think, how bad CCP is. But the fourth and the fifth day, the student come back to us, tell us they don't want their face show on the front of the camera because we already told them this is live stream. This is gonna go all over the world. No one will know. No one can control it once the live stream go out. Yes. But they regret. You know why? Because I think the teacher and some student group, I don't know what group, accompany them, go talk to us. They are afraid. Even they know what is consequence, when they stand up, talk. But this has happened all from the camera live stream. So we have a lawsuit with UMBC, and this is gonna go to a federal court because the Chinese, the drone and this almost, hurt us. And this is all going to happen probably next month and the lawsuit. So just watching what's gonna happen, And thank you, Fred, and let me say it. So Jihao, back to you.
Yeah, I just have a question for all you guys. Are you afraid? Do you know that when your face get onto the stream, CCP probably gonna be target you? Are you afraid?
Yeah, I think most of them have the same answer, which is 2 words. Fuck the CCP. Actually, it's 3 words. Fuck the CCP. I personally don't give a single fuck. They can come to my door. I'm American. I have my guns. I love my Second Amendment. They can come and they'll get shot. We're here to spread democracy. You know, we're not stopping, and there's nothing gonna stop us. And what do you think, Orlando?
I agree with everything Jihao just said. Fuck the CCP.
I agree the same. Fuck the CCP. Americans, we have the Second Amendment. This is our duty. Why should we be afraid? If we believe it, we truly believe in it, we should fight for it and stand up and fight the CCP. Yeah. Lukington?
I'll never have fear. I have God in my heart.
Fuck the CCP.
That's pretty much from all of us. And to the CCP watching this, you a bitch. You are a traitor to humankind and human race. And your morals are very fucked up. And you're not a good person. I'm looking at you right there, man. You're watching through me, through the screen. I can see you in China.
Yes.
Yes, and you see our data was hacked a lot for today's screen, the live stream. So, and I don't know if you really know about how dangerous CCP is. So, do you know that Jihao's family was investing in the GTV and their money hasn't been collected back until now? It's 3 years later. So CCP gonna take your money, and you know, so me in the same situation as Jihao. So even my phone was being traced by the CCP. Are you really not afraid? And you know, so Moscow, this man you want to free today, so he's in prison, and most of his money was took by the CCP. Are you afraid? Oh.
God rest the boys coming back.
Oh
yeah. They were out there in the museum trapping people, making sure they get the flyers out.
Yeah, we've been handing out a lot of flyers.
Yeah.
Putting people on.
Having fun.
Having lots of fun out here. Great day on the National Mall. You know.
Great conversations, lovely people.
Step in front.
Yeah, that's a little extra.
JC's Jizzle out here.
Yeah, we're out here, you know, passing out flowers, telling people. Flowers. That's what they are, no?
Flowers.
Oh. Telling people to free our boy Miles out the pen, and to bring the CCP down.
You having good reaction so far from people?
Yeah, we're having a lot of good intake from the audience, honestly. Going pretty well out there.
What do you think, Hershey? Coming out here. Hershey's one of our slightly darker fellows in the group, and he also cares about the cause very much.
Yeah, I definitely.
A little bit.
You're not even in it.
Yeah, you're this way.
You need to come over here. Yeah, right about here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah.
So I think it's definitely a great cause, and I think most people that we've talked to have been very uninformed about this issue and how much precedence it takes in the United States government. So it's nice to talk to people and inform them about what's going on and what we can do to help prevent this.
That's what I'm saying.
So we're in DC right now. We're very close to the people that can actually do something about this issue, and it's a great day to spread the message. You know, it's nice outside. A lot of people are out, Memorial Day, and I've been having a lot of fun. You know, just spreading the message and getting the point across to people. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP.
Fuck the CCP.
One more time.
Fuck the CCP.
OK， 金浩，你要等一会儿。刚才你还没有回答我的问题。当时在病毒刚开始的时候，你那时候就开始帮我们做 flyer， 然后你怎么想的？那时候你怎么理解的？我知道你一直 support 你的父母，然后金浩一家全都是战友非常铁杆的战友English Chinese whatever again
yeah. 我们就是我从中国出来的时候呢，小时候，所以懂的事情不多，但是19年、20年病毒的时候，我的爸妈跟我的外婆开始多告诉我一点在中国发生的东西，比如说 我们出来，我们家里的房子或者是我爸的公司，全都是被共产党拿掉的，拆掉。然后 my childhood home was basically destroyed by the CCP. You know, just like 他们等到我18岁的时候才告诉我，所以 for me it's very important to help them out because 我们这个群里面中国人是特别多，但是会英语说得出来是 very fluent 特别少，所以我觉得如果我有这个能力的话，我应该尽我的全力去帮你们 you know.
You're not
And then just
helping
help
us.
them out.
You know, so as your little buddies know, so that the CCP is destroying our country with their balloons, with their digital yuans. Do they know about it? Do they know that the cause of our extreme inflation is CCP? Do they know about it? So maybe
well, I was talking to.
Do they know about it? I'm just wondering. Do they know about it?
I mean, I was talking to some veterans earlier, and in their intelligence community, definitely, and everybody's definitely aware of this stuff. But some of the like intelligence on CCP using like bribery, money, sex entrapment, those are less known of, and not a lot of people believe them, frankly, because it does sound a little absurd. But those veterans are definitely aware of it, and they definitely care about it, and yeah. That's why we're out here. We're getting the message throughout to people who trying to get them to understand more about this. Like most people, they do have an idea, but not the full picture.
Okay, so I think it's very important for everybody to know because it's our country, our economy, our money, right? So probably if we don't destroy CCP right now, they're gonna destroy our home, right? Like they destroy your home in Shanghai, the same thing, right? So and maybe your family, your future family, right? And steal all of our money. So and they're doing it, and it's happening. Am I right? So that's why you are here, right?
Yep.
Gia, I have a question for you. What is happening to the Chinese Muslims in China right now? That's another atrocity along with Mr. Kuo's.
Yeah. I mean, southwest of China right now, from what I've learned, there's been satellite images coming out of just massive concentration camps of buildings and millions of Uyghur Muslim people just getting locked up for simply not wanting to learn Chinese or forget their original language, or even just simple protests of the government landed their whole family in a work camp, frankly. And it's very North Korean-like with these concentration camps, work camps. And actually one of my dad's friends, Xinjiang Xiaoge, has told me a lot of the stories about this, and is pretty freaking scary, honestly. Some torture method, women, children, even older people getting tortured, denounce their children, and flee the country. And it's just honestly very sad to see a minority group of the people in our country just getting oppressed. And the surprising part is American people is just not aware of it, and neither is the international community.
Yes. 其实那个基浩啊，没有其实菲菲我刚才基浩说这些啊，我就有一个想法，其实有时候你 destroy 一个人，你打他骂他，我觉得还能接受，但是你要求他，特别是穆斯林人不能吃猪肉，你强迫他吃肉，简直就毁了，就是把他的 eat pork right just like destroy their believing 对吧？他的信仰啊 ，yeah religion yes。
但是季浩，你有没有觉得说，现在不光光是在中国的穆斯林，我觉得你应该告诉 Fred， 告诉他的你的小伙伴，现在整个中国都和穆斯林都一样的。前一段时间你应该有家人在上海，有朋友在上海，那个隔离清零跟这种集中营又有什么区别？基本上都是一样的。我相信这种情况会越来越极端，越来越就是变成一件平常的事情。所以我觉得说整个中国都是这个样子的，那会不会这件事情又跑到美国来呢？就像其实很多你看在马大的这些学生现在已经开始在美国害怕共产党了，那是不是接下来这种集中营的模式会搬到美国来呢？所以我觉得说美国人还是对共产党的邪恶知道的太少，所以我觉得你们应该继续努力。
Yeah, absolutely. Caden Hirschberg, the kid who was on here earlier, he's actually Muslim, and he's actually very scared about this, like being Muslim himself. And it's like America is the land of the free, and yes, we have diversity, but when under attack, you can look at the left right now. They're saying, "Hey, we're not racist, we're not marginalizing people," but really, they're being anti-racist towards the other group of people. And it just, frankly, it's the same thing, really. So yes, Americans are definitely aware of this, and I don't think it's quite set in yet how scary it is, but yeah.
Yeah, but you need to work harder. Keep working. Just not just in the summer break, not just in the summer break. You should keep working. That's my point.
Yeah. It takes work. All the guys are in school. We're trying our best, trying to support the cause, and we're just out here doing a good day's work on Memorial Day.
I know.
There you go.
谢谢季浩，谢谢，非常感谢。哇，谢谢
，Thank you。
哇，菲菲，我觉得今天就是看这些小孩子，真的觉得收获真的挺大的。他们就是没有一点犹豫的啊，他们接受的信息马上就有reaction，就是在行动中，他就没有害怕。我没有感觉到他们害怕，而且他们做的事情都是好像在捅刀子，不是说就是那种秀的，不是的啊，你可以感觉到那种
没错。那我们这个我大概稍微再介绍一下我知道的今天我们的这个活动啊，就是我们刚刚看到的记号是这个我们 Jack 的儿子，然后呢是我们的豹二代，他呢组织了他的，现在他们才是刚刚大学里面的这个学生，现在还在上课，所以一放暑假。他们就组织在一起我们看到做了很多的视频，然后呢又他向他的同学去讲这个 CCP 的事情，讲这个郭先生的事情，很快这些小朋友都接受了，就是他所说的这个宣传的这些东西，就告诉他们的这些事实，然后就和他这个组织在一起了。所以今天他们是我们这一场这个游行和发传单的这个主力部队。那么接下去他们也会继续这个运营他们这个反共产党、推翻共产党的频道，继续把这个声音发放到这个美国社会当中，用他们这种年轻人的不一样的这种形式或者语言或者这种感染力，去感召更多的美国人了解这个中国共产党的这种邪恶。Jane。
OK， 是菲菲说的太对了啊！今天就是他们是主打啊，我们就是说美国人年轻人的声音走入到美国，他其实我觉得他们这些孩子的 wake up 真的叫我觉得很欣慰，也就是说这个势头已经是挡不住了。就像刚才我们在采访 Fred 的时候，因为他是做律师这一行的，他的朋友也都是律师，所以我说哎呦，你跟你们这些律师的朋友讲述我们新中国联盟爆料革命要做什么，还有郭先生这几十个阐述案，他们怎么反应？他说他说这个东西太就是说严重了，他说一定要传到就是说人群中，就是传给所有人都知道，让每一个人，就像我们一直喊的每一个人都要觉醒，美国人你真的要觉醒 wake up。然后呢这样的话美国人觉醒之后呢，这个议会对吧 Congress 看到吧，我们现在这个地理位置真的是很特别的，看背后嘛就是美国国会在那边呢就是最高法院 Supreme Court， 在我右手边就是白宫，美国的三权鼎立就在这里，就在这 round。我们希望他们能够听到我们中国人啊，我们在美国海外的中国人，还有美国的这些孩子，他们有些孩子的父母呢是从各个国家，刚才我们听到了对吧？有从前苏联还有从其他国家，就是独裁国家来的有那么2个他们也都积极的加入到我们新中国联邦爆料革命。这也就像郭先生说的，以后新中国联邦爆料革命不光是中国人，是一个世界各个民族的一个团体，各个民族都知道大家就是说都理解要推翻共产党，大家才有活路。谢谢菲菲。
没有错的。这个我们今天的节目还有多少时间？OK， 然后Jane，我们后面还有什么其他的安排吗？小孩子们还有什么其他的安排吗？
我想我们就在可能是还会发下传单什么的啊，等第2波吧。我想直播有可能今天是不是就小铁，我们是这样安排的今天的直播？
我不知道。
对，非常好。我们今天就是说，只是就是被黑了一段时间。一开始这些小孩子就出发之前的这个演讲，没看到，大家回看另一小段，中间的，然后他们又回来的感想啊，我想都已经展现在各个战友的面前了。
对，其实这群小孩还在吗？他们？
你过来看一点。我看，菲菲，我们要我们的最强 speaker 潜水艇来说2句，因为这些孩子现在已经又开始走到各宣传了。潜水艇来说
，OK，
我就要潜水艇来说2句，我们这边就结束，好不好啊？潜水艇为什么要这样发声呢？在我们的最强 speaker 中呢，对吧？我们要知道最强 speaker 不是在屏幕上，我们最强的 speaker 一定要把你这种最强的声音到现实中，到 action。那潜水艇确实是做到了，而且潜水艇今天来呢，跟这些小孩子就用英文都已经讲过交流，你是第一次。那么我想你也看过他们的作品，我想就是说，你能不能讲一下，就是说你的感受？我也希望你把今天的经验在最强 speaker 中表现出来，好不好？这是真正的菲菲，你要是嫁人就知道这是一个最好的 story。
谢谢 Jane， 不好意思啊，菲菲，我还没上来前就先给我吹了一通牛逼，就是把你们说。其实是的，那些小孩子在去发传单之前，我跟他们稍微聊了一会儿啊，我说你们现在可能不知道，你们现在做的这件事情那个意义到底有多大。但是过一段时间以后，等到美国这里所有的比如说大量的媒体或者电视节目在开始讲这个 CCP 在美国这个渗透，各种司法体系啊，什么法院体系的这种渗透，等到这个时候啊，其实他们很多老百姓都会发现啊，原来中共在我们美国这里影响居然这么大，干了这么多的坏事。然后呢，他们又忽然之间发现啊，我的孩子，或者说我的同学、我的同事，他们原来参与了反对 CCP 这样一件事情。那个时候，大家对他们都会刮目相看。那时候他们就会感觉到，哇，原来他们现在做的这个事情原来是这么大。
今天这个Memorial Day是历史性的，在他们一生中，真的啊，
绝对
以后是历史性的。
菲菲，你知道吗？真的对我来讲，这感触其实也挺深的，因为我在墙内工作啊，经常去那个山东临沂一个地方出差，你知道吧？我在街上我亲眼看到过好几次，就是那些老兵啊，穿了军装退伍的老兵，走一个路口吹喇叭，走一个路口吹喇叭，疯了这个人，我看到好几个啊，就是这些老兵疯了，就是他们是为国，说起来是为国做了贡献。但是他们回去以后，你看他们其实是衣食无着啊，这个国家根本就不照顾他们，中共真的把他们当狗一样的扔了。这些人就是疯了，可能受不了，家人也不照顾他们，他们可能这些人就无依无靠，疯掉了。走过一个路口吹一下这个军号，呜呜呜这样吹一下，走一个路口吹一下，这太可怜了。
这就是说他们被共产党用了之后就抛弃了，你知道吗？你说这个地方我想起来了啊，菲菲，就以前我住了一个邻居的一个小区啊，有一个2战的老兵啊，他大概已经80、90岁了。每到那种今天当然不是老兵节了，今天是 Memorial Day， 那么老兵节是 Veteran Day，OK，每到那个节日的时候啊，哇，他的就是说特别热闹，我们那小区就是大家都来就是说 show their respect to them 的尊重，对，所以他们的待遇，而且呢，我知道我看到他们的 paycheck 啊都非常好的，就根本就不用担心受到尊重，钱上也不用担心，只要你为这个国家做了服务，你就每个月都到一定时间都有一些固定的收入。这也就是说，中国共产党很坏，他知道你灭了美元就灭了美国的军队，
对了，
也就灭了美国。
很可怕的，真的是很可怕。对，关于老兵，我也跟大家分享一下，就是说我是 我念大学的时候，我在美国这边念大学的时候，我的那时候念研究生嘛，我的同班同学是个这个他是什么地方的那个越南裔的美国人，他在那个就是抓住本拉登的那个潜艇上服役过的。然后呢，他就是因为他越南出来很穷，然后就是因为他在潜水艇上服役过，他是美国的老兵，所以他所有的学费包括生活费，就是他在念书期间所有的费用都是美国政府替他出的。也就是说，这个美国这个国家就是给了人最高的这个尊重和待遇，但是现在就包括另外是就现在实际上发生的，我儿子里面转来一个同班同学是乌克兰来的。就是刚刚乌克兰战火里面，全家就搬到这个就是美国来了。那个小孩还一口乌克兰语，英文都不太好。学校给他单独请了，就是学校的，我们现在学校里面有这种英文的项目呢。不仅仅以前中国人受惠于这个英文项目很多的，就刚刚来的新移民的中国小孩，学校都有这种英文项目去培训他们的英文，让他们更快的能够融入这个学校的这个课程当中。现在乌克兰人也同样的，这个乌克兰小孩就是学校对他特别关照，就是知道说，哎，从战火当中跑出来的小孩很不容易，就是对他特别关照，尤其是给他这个补课啊，语言上呢都有一些这个加课的这种项目给到他。那就看到说，美国是我们这个世界上的一块安全的一块地方。嗨，小科技好 ，Hello， 好，这个你今天怎么到现在才出来？
薇薇姐好，全球的战友们好，能听到我说话吗？
可以，
能听到。我们来听小司机来解场。
对。所以我们刚刚就说这块，其实小科技这种小孩跑到美国来，你应该是深有感触的。小科技也不是在美国长大的小孩，但是他是在这个就是上海念了一段书，然后到美国来的。你应该很深刻的感到美国的教育环境，美国的这个学校的环境和这个中国的不一样，是不是小科技？
薇薇姐说的完全没错，因为从中国的这个教育环境，从很小一开始，他的那个主要的目标是什么？他是把所有的学生、所有的小孩都要培养成共产党的那个工具奴隶，要彻底的抹掉你的个性，就只要听党话、跟党走就可以。但到了美国来的这些小孩，他们是怎么去教育他们小孩的？就是要开发你的个性。让你找到你的兴趣，就是启发性的教育，所以这个 approach 在中共国和美国的培养学生的结果是完全不一样的。
没有错的。那这个你有没有觉得说，就是现在的美国其实是碰到了一个非常危险的一个状态，再这样下去，美国精神，我觉得在美国普通老百姓当中，我觉得还是说美国精神是存在的。就像今天我们能号召到这么多的这个美国的学生来参与到我们这个活动当中，我觉得这种民主精神在美国的普通的老百姓当中还是有很大的这个社会基础的。但是我觉得美国的高层好像应该已经是很腐败了。那从你的看法上是觉得说，现在的美国和你来的时候的美国已经有了什么样的变化吗？
我觉得首先从现在的美国跟我来的时候的美国感受最大，第一点是社会的这个分裂，而且人心的就是比以前的浮躁特别多，就是因为那个中共的那个就是中共对媒体的超限战，还有就是在中共的这种共产主义的理念对教育系统的这种渗透，还有社交媒体的洗脑，导致就是现在不只是那个很多年轻人自己的价值观被扭曲，而且甚至是学校在教学生一些非常不正常、非常就是扭曲和美国的这种自由理念是完全相反的。这些是非常就是背后有非常有益的这种引导。还有就是现在老早美国人可以说 I may disagree with what you say, but I will defend your right to say it。但是现在美国发生了非常可怕的一个情况，就是他们这个 cancel culture， 就是现在变成什么？你跟我说的不一样，你就是敌人，你就是纳粹，你就是什么？我要把你 deplatform， 我要把你 cancel。就是 现在中共的这种共产主义的这种就是叫你晋升的这种文化，在美国不管是学校，还有在很多的机构，在媒体里，还有在很多单位都是非常的这个都能看出，所以这个是都是中共背后的影。
哇，谢谢小柯基啊，对你这次讲的都是真实的感受，就短短的几年，美国已经是这样的。从郭先生我们也知道他爆料2017年到现在，他有时候说的太早了，说了几年之后到现在才开始，所以我们也知道他之前说过6、7、8月份会最黑暗的。我们现在看的任何东西都不奇怪，所以我觉得我们就等着吧，啊，等着它黑的不能再黑的时候，就一片光明了，关键的也就出来了，接着听。
是的，是的啊，七哥说，6、7、8月份会达到高潮，所以我们就等嘛，看看这个高潮到底是什么样子。但是我觉得我们作为战友，我们只要内心坚信，因为七哥老是说爆料革命的实力其实远远超出战友们的想象的，所以我们只要坚信七哥的实力跟爆料革命的实力，相信一定能灭共，而且相信一定会像七哥说的那样，在2025结束之前灭共。只要坚信这一点，咱们就等着吧。
对呀，
都是小插曲。
对呀，我们的实力我们是在行动，他只是在鼓励而已，你知道吗？那就说实话。我们不光是行动去宣传，还有我们的钱，对吧？洗币，还有那个GETTR币，对吧？那菲菲这个东西，大家洗币一定要珍惜，GETTR币这个一定要宣传我们的GETTR多叫大家到GETTR这个平台来发出真实的声音，对吧？这马上好消息不是说了吗？要我们能够看到的，不等郭先生的，这不都是看得到？菲菲，你应该给我们来点小鸡血吧？关于GETTR啊，GETTR币啊，透露一点啊。
说，对，我们后面会GETTR啊，会很多的这个利好会出来，但是我相信我们一定会经历一段非常艰难的日子，就是其实我最近不能说太具体，就是说我是了解到说他们现在把郭先生和这个燕萍姐现在拘禁在那里面，就是为了针对现在这2个实体，因为这2个实体对于这个中国共产党的伤害实在是太大了，而且就是说我们可以看到现在美国的这种混乱，那么我们现在其实也明白说，终结这种美国混乱的当然是美国人，但是能够为中国人重新立起来的，这14亿人口这一个这么大的国家，对吧？960万平方公里的这个大的国家上面能够立起来的只有新中国联邦。那么我们现在最重要的是说，我们要声音能够发得出去，我们还要站着把钱挣了，我们要有钱着把共产党给灭了。这才是重要的，所以他们就希望说，介于我们这个郭先生和燕萍姐不在的时候，想要把我们战友全部都击溃。但是今天我们看到了说，我们的这个新一代的年轻人，而且是很多的年轻的美国人加入到了我们的这个就是爆料革命的队伍当中。他们其实不光是说是来宣传这个美国精神，我觉得是就是说要干掉中国共产党。我觉得他们应该是认可我们的价值观的。我相信假以时日，他们会变成我们当中的一部分，而且他们都在念书，我们也支持他们继续好好的念书。然后我相信接下去这一些人里面会出来一个又一个的企业家，一个又一个的这个国会议员，能够更加深入到这个民主社会的建立当中。那么今天我把最后一个问题留给这个我们的小柯基，就是他作为我们的爆料革命当中的年轻的代表，高学历的代表，高智商高智慧的高容貌的这个代表，那么他是怎么看待？对啊，就是都各方面都是非常优秀的一个姑娘，就是一个年轻人，年轻的美国人爆料革命战友，他是怎么看接下去我们将要面对的这些危险，然后将要面对的这些磨难，他又准备做一些什么事情来应对所有接下去的危机？小柯基，
我能用英语说接下来的吗？
好，可以。
Okay, so today is Memorial Day, and I feel like something that really resonated with me throughout this whole broadcast and throughout Memorial Day in general is the concept of young people. Because during World War II, roughly 80 years ago, tens of thousands of young people who were 19 years old, 20 years old, they're our age, or maybe they're younger than we are. These brave young men stormed the beaches of Normandy, not knowing whether or not they'll come home alive. But these young people gave all that they have to protect their country. But right now, we as members of a new federal state of China and our fellow American friends, we're really young as well. And we're fighting CCP's unrestricted warfare. And this kind of warfare does not come in the form of bullets or guns, but it came in the form of CCP's infiltration, the BGY, throughout every corner of American society. And when these young men who stormed the beach, who went out to Normandy to protect America, their parents are sending them onto the battlefield because they want their children, they support their children to give all they have to protect their country. And today we have our fellow fighters. We have Fred and Jack who brought their children and their friends. We have so many allies with us. These parents, us Shanyo and our friends, they are sending their children to fight, to continue to carry on the fight of CCP's unrestricted warfare. So these brave young men who gave all they have during World War II will not give their sacrifice, will not die in vain. We have to continue their fight. And also as a fellow Asian American, Chinese American, I can't stop thinking about the 442nd infantry regiment during World War II. And this is a regiment that's made up exclusively of Japanese Americans. And during World War II, Japanese Americans faced heavy discrimination and persecution even back in their home country, which is the United States. But despite all these obstacles, they still pushed forward. They ventured out into the European battlefield and gave all they have, and they're actually one of the most decorated regiment in U.S. history. But unfortunately, their story is not that well known and broadcasted in media. But I think that kind of resonates with us because we are members of a new federal state of China. We're people of Chinese descent, and right now, because of CCP's atrocities across the world, people of Chinese descent or Asian descent are being discriminated against due to misunderstandings or prejudice or whatever. But regardless of regardless of what we might encounter, we know for a fact that we have a country to save. America is my country. America is the beacon of hope and the last piece. It is the last hope for democracy across the world. So we, people of Chinese descent, we're going to take down this greatest existential threat to America and to the rest of the world, which is the Chinese Communist Party. This is the Chinese Communist Party is the root cause of all the evils that you could possibly think of right now in the world, and the reason why young Americans are feeling increasingly hopeless and depressed about their future. I want all young Americans to realize whether you're Republican or Democrat, independent, doesn't matter. The reason why the country is in the state that it is right now, because the Chinese Communist Party has implemented the BGY plan to weaken America, to kill America, to destroy America. So put aside, and the Chinese Communist Party wants people to fight each other. So put aside your political differences or whatnot, and to look behind the scenes and know who the real enemy is. And with that, as long as the Chinese Communist Party falls, a lot of problems can be resolved.
Great saying. Thank you so much.
I also like to emphasize something about Asian Chinese culture in this country. Please don't forget your roots in this country. The Chinese were here from day one, from building the railroads from the Pacific, living here, putting up with discrimination, prejudice, and the Chinese culture have a part of molding our constitution, showing hard work through their patience. So therefore, that generation is being followed by you guys, your new Chinese. So please don't forget your roots in this country. The Chinese people are more embedded in this culture than most of other cultures in this country. So therefore, we owe a duty to further what your ancestors have done, along with the Black Americans, along with some and the white Americans well, to have this nation as a sovereign nation and take down CCP.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you. 好 ，Jane 再讲2句，然后我们就准备。
那我其实最后我就想说一句话，就像今天这些孩子最后说的一句话，简单粗暴。这是我的一句话 ，FCCP。
我也想说这个，你帮我讲，今天帮我讲了。
是，刚刚那个潜水，你最后还有什么要说的？你可以再说2句，我们就差不多结束了。
没有了，今天帮我说了，今天已经帮我说了。
今天这个小科技讲得非常好啊，小科技刚刚讲到了12战时候的这个年轻人啊，还有就是他也比喻了就是今天的那个现在的这些家长带着自己的小孩来这个和 CCP 对抗。那实际上说我们也可以从最近的新闻当中可以看到，这个普通的美国人都在受到这个武器化的政府的迫害。那么武器化的政府的背后就是这个中国共产党。那么刚刚这个 Fred 讲的也非常的感动人啊，他说你不要忘了我们作为这个国家的华裔美国人的这个根本，我们是中国人，我们有良好的传统，我们勤劳，对不对？我们这个有耐心，这都是我们应该要继承的这些优良的这种特质。我们不要忘记我们自己是谁，而我们可以颜色不一样，我们可以这个就是种族不一样，信仰不一样，但是我们有一个更高的这个追求，那就是民主和自由。我们都是一个自由的人，所以我们要团结起来消灭中国共产党。包括前面的这些孩子的认知都是中国共产党是全人类的公敌，它是一个全世界最大的恐怖组织，所以我们要消灭中国共产党。好，那么我们今天就在 Take Down the CCP 的声音里面，然后结束今天的直播。Take down the CCP!
Take down the CCP!
Take down the CCP!
Free 毛国
Free 毛
Free 毛国
Free 毛国
Free 毛国，
拜拜。
好，大家拜拜。
拜拜拜拜。
感恩所有的战友。
我们作为中国人，我们要让全世界看到，我们是要 take down the CCP， 不管你做什么，我们都要 take down the CCP。
Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, hey, down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. But the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP.